Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
Continuity error.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Keith Simpson here. I'm the general manager of Norel Toyota, soon to be Fort McMurray Toyota. Pretty excited for our new dealership. We're here to take care of you. Come on down and be part of our family.
My computer crashed.
Right now? We are back on the backup camera. Thank you, Norel, for your ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to move this microphone. And for everybody at home, just so you know, we've been having some major issues with gear, from microphones to cameras. So we're on our backup cameras because the other ones just died. As everybody at home knows, I don't introduce my guests because they could do a better job of that than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name is Serena, and I'm a local artist in the community, and also I have my own spa, holistic, Ayurvedic, Oma Beauty and Wellness by Serena.
There we go. Okay, so we filmed before and your tape went into the
air
and disappeared, so we're around two. So it's been about a year, so let me hear about the business that you had and where you've grown in the last year. How have things changed?
I think it's just the experience of life, how I perceive the business itself, and you know, the struggles and the doubts and worries of how you think about yourself, if people would like you or not, if you're doing a good job. But then I always go back to my teachings, what I'm trying to help people with, like energy crystals, meditation, skincare, because it's all about mind, body and spirit. It's not just the skin and beauty, all is be nice, you know, because inside, if you're rotten, you're not gonna look nice forever outside.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Cool. And so how have people been hearing about you?
I guess Facebook, Instagram. I went to, I forgot, like one of the radios here, and for Christmas. So we had an auction for that, and people liked it. Yeah. And I had to ask lady for help for social media because I realized that I can't do everything by myself. Even if I know how to do it, I cannot.
That's right.
It's too much. It's overwhelming. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so you've seen an increase in your business?
I did. Great. Like it flows, yes.
Yes,
so like every person, like you have your days and not. So it's still going. It's still at the beginning. Yeah, and I'm sure like we'll always go up the ladder as human beings, and as businesses we always grow and we learn more, and I personally have to do more classes and learn more about different things. So,
right. Yeah. Nice. And so everybody at home, because they didn't see the first episode, didn't hear our first conversation, so let's get them up to speed on where and why and how you got to Fort McMurray.
So to Fort McMurray I came because of my dad passed away some while ago, and he was a petrochemist engineer, and I wanted to fulfill his dream to come in Fort McMurray. So that was basically how I got here. Okay. And I'm like, why did I not come earlier?
So where were you before you came here?
Vancouver.
Vancouver. And how long were you living there for?
7 years.
Okay, and what were you doing in Vancouver?
I did more schooling and education. I came in Canada with schooling and education, but the system in Canada is very tough, so you have to do schooling here as well. So I did that more, and then I did ceramics, and I was a part of one of the arts guilds there in Vancouver. So yeah.
And so then you came to Fort McMurray to do?
Not this. I came to Fort McMurray to do oil sands, like trucks, heavy equipment, and I knew it's not gonna be forever. So I did it for 8-9 months or so, and then that's when I met my current husband, and he's Indigenous, and that's when we kind of collab with our cultures and our education and how we can make ourselves better and how we can create a space for other people to feel enclosed and happy and tranquil.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so where are you from originally?
I'm from Romania.
So what's that like?
It's very similar as nature with this, but not as people and traffic. It's different. That's basically why we came here. And politics are more bad than here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
And so as a child, what was that like growing up over there?
Oh, it's okay, comparing to what is now, it's different. So as a child, I had a good community, I had a good parenting advice and relationship with family and friends. And interesting enough, my mom and my dad they were collecting all kinds of books, and they loved to read books.
Okay.
Even if they were in different languages, they were struggling with the dictionary to understand. And I had like, oh, I know, tell me about it. And I'm talking about old school books. And they were Ayurvedic, they were Chinese pressure points, Reiki energy. I didn't even understand. I didn't even know how to read back then. I was just flipping through pictures and signs and looking and what my mom would explain to me. And then I started to read.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got to healing.
Yeah. Cool. And so you said the climate over there is similar to here in
Yes,
Fort
it
McMurray.
is. No,
And
to Canada.
Canada in general. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Does it get this cold? Like you have like what are you talking about as far as like winter?
Not because it's not. If you look at the meridian, it's not that high up on the Earth globe. So maybe in the mountains, because we have a lot of mountains. The Carpathic Mountains go to -20, -30, but it's not populated. Yeah, that. Pieces of land.
Yeah.
It's just nobody there.
That's right. Yeah, just mountains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no ski hills or anything.
Oh yeah, we do have that, but it's not this developed. Yeah, so the economy is not the same like Canada. It's different.
And so when you decided, like, why did you decide to then immigrate? How did that journey start for you?
I think it was embedded because of my grandma. She lived abroad all the time and in New York all the time. Okay. So my dad wanted to go to New York because my grandma's brother, he was a well-known artist in New York, and he wanted for me to create that environment because he knew since I was little that I was an artist.
Right.
But it just ended up in Canada because we realized, well, it's a political thing. Yeah. We just thought that this is better for us.
Yeah. And so Vancouver was the spot that you first touched down in?
We had some friends there. So we went there because they said, oh, it's more warmer. I'm like, okay, sounds good. Yeah, so we went there,
Yeah. And how did you deal with a new country? A different language, a different...
No, we knew it. We prepared for 5 years.
Okay,
to do immigration.
So when you say prepare for 5 years, what does that mean? It takes,
so it's 5 years of study English, French. I forgot French, don't ask me.
I love the honesty.
Anyway, yes.
Okay.
But and then it's different French than Quebecois French.
Right.
So it's, yeah. And we had to, in order to become an immigrant here, you have to have at least university level.
Oh, okay.
So we went to masters, I personally, and then to other physical fit exercises, and it just took time. Like a history of Canada. It was a long, hard process.
Interesting. I have no idea because it's like born just here. So it was a whole thing. So then, like, as a family, did you go through this whole process?
Yes. So I was a dependent child.
Right.
And it was the age till 24 you can be dependent child, and I was like, okay, almost 24, we have to go.
Yeah.
So it's just me, my dad, and my mom, and that's about it.
Interesting. So even though like your parents obviously had to go through all the same things.
Yeah.
My assumption would be like, oh, the kids just get kind of brought along with. But based on...
It's not that easy, no.
Interesting.
Plus, I did all my schooling in Romania, so for me, I wasn't coming here to do schooling.
Right.
I wasn't at the age. It was a different kind of setup.
Yeah. How did you like it when you first got here?
we let's just put it this way: when we left and leave everything, we knew this is our home right now. So I think it's just our brainwave, how we interact with, hey, this decision is for my dad. Though he had a huge like shut down on the plane, and he realized, hey, this is all that I can do for you guys, because he was the main person that applied, and he went through more difficult things, and he realized, hey, I can't do it anymore, because he was ill with heart and stuff, and it's like, it's for you, I did it for you guys, to have a future here and better lifestyle. So I think that's what happened. We were like, oh yay!
That's awesome. And so then now you've been in Fort McMurray for a bit, like a number of years now.
So I came immediately after the fire. So in 2016, in 1st May, I was supposed to start work. And they called me, no, don't come, it's the fire. Oh, wait, wonderful. So I came in August, at the beginning of August 2016.
Nice. And so what was that like coming back after the fire? Like, you don't know what it looked like before.
No.
What was that like, moving into an area that was dealing with like a fire?
It was a little bit shocking to see the forest, the nature. That's where you see it. That's where I see it the most, is the nature, because I love nature, and Vancouver is full of nature. And when I came over, I'm like, everything is dead. I'm like, But then it's nice to see in next 3-4 years, everything comes to life again, because fire is creating life in some ways. So it was a blessing to see that.
It's beautiful to see like the growth now that's coming back. Like, because Fort McMurray, obviously growing up here, looks dramatically different now than it used to. But it is like miraculous to see, wow, like nature really does come back, and pretty quick. So no, it's pretty nice. Now, in regards to the services that you offer at your establishment, like what are the ones that you find are the most popular that people come in for or keep coming back for?
So people are interested, not just skincare. Everyone can do skincare, or any esthetician, but it's more like embedded into the holistic Ayurvedic part. So tapping into your energy with sound baths, with smudging, with crystals, with Reiki energy, trying to be there for you to go through your journey. A lot of people come in with trauma from childhood, from partners, from who knows what. Yes, skincare is a part of it to make you feel better for, oh, I'm more pretty and I feel better on my skin. But it's more in depth than that. So depending on the person, they come for Ayurvedic facials mostly, and a holistic massage. And as I said, each person is different. Some they focus only on, I want more skincare. Oh, I like this. I don't understand it. I like it. But oh, I feel good. I have a glowing skin. And some are so much into their healing journey that they cry, and I have to give more time to them than just an hour, of course. But it's just to be there for them, to you know, to feel their energy and help them go through them. And it's more like when you go to a psychiatrist and you're like, it's more relaxed, like in a friendly, soft, loving environment. Hey, you can open up, I'll listen, and I'll try to guide you. That's basically what it is.
Environment is key for that. And so when you were thinking about like cultivating a space, like what did you put in your environment to make it that comforting for people?
Homey, that's the first thing. So when you go to a spa, it's everything nice and clean and very sharp, and very few things that are more homey for you. For me, being a lessons business in like a home business, I try to create that environment, what I have upstairs in my life, to bring it down. So I have a lot of statues, a lot of crystals, a lot of smudging, and I brought it down there with the lights, with small little selenite lamps, and so just to have that environment of peace and quiet. And then I have a wall with flowers, with plants, not real.
Okay.
It's basement. I don't have a lot of life there, a lot of light anyway. But I try just to the light is very important.
Okay.
Light makes the mood, it sets the mood of the studio and sets the mood of the person inside.
Right.
And then smell also, so smell of smudge.
Yes.
That's very important.
Yeah. Okay. And do you go hang out there when like you're not working? Is this like a quiet space for you too?
Especially the dog that I take care of. She's always down there. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She's just in my spot, chilling. I'm like, okay, I understand you.
It's one of those things, like this studio, like this is our work environment, but it's such a nice place to like just be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes I don't even need to be in the studio or the office. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go hang out there because it's like a calming environment.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine if this was attached to my house, I would be like, I'd be in there all the time.
Of course.
Yeah. I was just like, nah, the studio's way cooler than like the living room.
Well, it is and it's not, because I just said that it's very similar to me.
Yeah, you're upstairs. Yeah,
so I didn't do a huge difference. It's just the medical part there that I don't have upstairs.
Yeah. So you talked about like the schooling. You're always learning. So like, what are certain areas that you'd like to learn more about in your craft?
There are multiple things that I try to learn, like even crystals. There are so many that I need to continue to learn and understand their energy. Reflexology is one of them. I don't have the power in my hands to do it, but it's good to understand the body, how it's aligned with our feet. So that's a part of it. And in time, I'm gonna go more into Ayurvedic and holistic, just massage or energy flow for all the body, not just some.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, listen, unfortunately, Tanner tapped his phone, so that means we're out of time.
Yes.
But before I cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
So shout out to my husband and my mom supporting me, and shout out to all my friends that are coming and trusting to come over to my Oma Beauty and Wellness by Serena spa. Thank you.
There we go. Well, for McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker for your guys' ongoing support. Thank you for all of you guys, and we're going to try to get these cameras figured out. So hopefully you're having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Hi, it's Carrie with Patchouli Rose Herbal Apothecary. I know our summer is coming quickly to an end. And during the summer, we always think of applying our sunscreen, but sunscreen is a product that we should be using every day of the year to protect our skin against harmful UVA and UVB rays, also against premature aging. I have a product called Dandelion Harvest, which is moisturizing, anti-inflammatory, and is great for anti-aging. You can use this every day of the year, and it's very moisturizing. If you want to check this product and any of my other products out, please go to patchoulirose.com.
What a deadly old way to end another morning show. Later, boss.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.